Namaste and welcome to GAP. These days in news and social medias, we are hearing about Raisina dialogue. So, what is Raisina dialogue? In today's session we will understand in detail about Raisina dialogue. Let's begin the topic. The Raisina dialogue is India's flagship conference on geopolitics and geostrategy. It is organized by Ministry of External Affairs in collaboration with Observer Research Foundation, ORF. The Raisina Dialogue is a multilateral conference held annually in New Delhi, India. Since its inception in 2016, the conference has emerged as India's flagship conference on geopolitics and geoeconomics. This effort is supported by a number of institutions, organizations and individuals who are committed to the mission of the conference. The conference is structured as a multi-stakeholder, cross-sectoral discussion involving a variety of global policymakers including heads of states, cabinet ministers and local government officials. In addition, the dialogue also welcomes major private sector executives as well as members of the media and academia. It is designed on the lines of Singapore's Shangri-La Dialogue. The name Raisina Dialogue comes from Raisina Hill, an elevation in New Delhi. The first Raisina Dialogue was held from 1 to 3 March 2016. Over 100 speakers from over 35 countries attended to speak on the theme Asia, Regional and Global Connectivity. The focus of the 2016 conference was on Asia's physical, economic, human and digital connectivity. Panels and discussions explored opportunities and challenges for the region to manage its common spaces, as well as the global partnerships needed to develop common pathways in this century. In 2017, the dialogue was held from 17 to 19 January. Held on a larger scale, the conference welcomed over 120 speakers from 65 countries and upwards of 800 participants. Attendees discussed the theme, The New Normal, Multilateralism with Multipolarity. The third edition of the Raisina Dialogue was held at the Taj Diplomatic Enclave in New Delhi, India from 16 to 18 January 2018. The theme for the 2018 conference is Managing Disruptive Transitions, Ideas, Institutions and Idioms. The fourth edition of the Raisina Dialogue was held at the Taj Diplomatic Enclave in New Delhi, India from 8 to 10 January 2019. The theme for the conference was New Geometrics, Fluid Partnerships, Uncertain Outcomes. The fifth edition of the Raisina Dialogue was held in New Delhi, India from 14 to 16 January. The theme for the 2020 conference was Navigating the Alpha Centuries. Australian Foreign Minister Marise Payne gave the keynote address. The sixth edition of the Raisina Dialogue was held in virtual mode from 13-16 April 2021 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The theme for 2021 was Viral World, Outbreaks, Outliers and Out of Control. The seventh edition of the Raisina Dialogue was held in person in New Delhi from 25th April to 27th April 2022. The theme for 2022 is Terra Nova, Impassioned, Impatient and Imperiled. The 8th edition of the Raisina Dialogue was held in person in New Delhi from 2nd March to 4th March 2023. The theme for Provocation, Uncertainty, Turbulence, Lighthouse in the Tempest. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has inaugurated the dialogue on 2nd March. President of the Council of Ministers of the Italian Republic, Giorgia Meloni, will join the inaugural session as the chief guest. The Raisina Dialogue 2023 will witness the participation of representatives from over 100 countries including ministers, former heads of state and heads of government, military commanders, captains of the industry, technology leaders, academia, journalists, scholars on strategic affairs, experts from leading think tanks and youth. This year's edition assumes special significance coming against the backdrop of India's G20 presidency. The theme of the 2023 edition is Provocation, Uncertainty, Turbulence, Lighthouse in the Tempest. Over the course of 3 days, more than 250 decision-makers and thought leaders of the world would engage each other across 100 conversations of various formats and deliberate over 5 thematic pillars, 1 neo-insurgence, geographies, domains, ambitions. 2 a moral mosaic, contest, cooperate or cancel. 3 chaotic code, sovereignty, security, society. 4 pernicious passports, climate, commons, citizens. 5 grey rhinos, democracies, dependencies and debt traps. Over 2,500 participants would be joining the dialogue in person, and the proceedings would reach millions across various digital platforms. During the past 8 years, the Raisina dialogue has consistently grown in stature and profile to establish itself as one of the leading global conferences on international affairs. So, this brings to the end of today's session. I hope I have been able to make you understand about the Raisina dialogue. Until the next video, stay safe and stay happy.